Hello everybody, AdizzPro here, and today I will be showing you some of the best mods for exploring in Minecraft. These will be some of the best mods for exploring in your modded Minecraft world. Just before we start, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So here are some of the best mods for exploring in Minecraft. So the first mod that I recommend installing is the Biome Bundle mod. This mod, very similar to Biomes of Plenty, adds in tons of new biomes to your game. It also alters the world's terrain generation, which is always a good thing. There are hundreds of biomes that are added. Honestly, I think there is way more biomes that are cooler and better than Biomes of Plenty, so I do recommend this mod over Biomes of Plenty. You also won't be walking through the same biome for 5 minutes because there's just so many more biomes that are added. So that is the first mod that I do recommend installing, Biome Bundle. Let's take a look at the next one. The next mod up on our list is Dungeon Tactics. What this mod does is it adds in new structures to your game. So when you're exploring your Minecraft world, you will come across randomly generated structures. While exploring, you're most likely to find randomly generated structures all throughout your world, and they all do depend on the type of biome you find them. So you saw I was in the ocean and I found a boat, and here I am in the mountains, and there is like a dungeon here. In the dungeon floors, you can see that there are different mob spawners, and this mod also adds in different items. So you have tools, we have armor, and we have blocks. We even have backpacks. So yes, this mod comes with backpacks, which is very helpful for exploring. So that was Dungeon Tactics. That was one of the mods that adds in tons of new structures to your game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next mod. The next mod up on our list is a mod called Additional Structures. This mod is very similar to Dungeon Tactics, except it adds more environmental focused structures. So here you see we have a rock. Over here you can see we have a tree and then another rock over there. Like I said, this is more environmentally focused, so you're going to find more natural looking things, while Dungeon Tactics focuses on more dungeons and structures. So if you are looking for a mod that just adds in more detail to the environment without adding too many crazy structures, I suggest getting Rex's Additional Structures. Here we have an abandoned well. Nothing too big, nothing too crazy, just something you can find when exploring your Minecraft world. This mod adds in no new blocks to the game, so it's pretty vanilla friendly, and it doesn't change the game too crazily. So it's a recommended mod if you want to change up your terrain just a little bit without taking away the vanilla feeling. So that was Additional Structures, just little tiny structures to add to your world, but it does add more detail. The next mod up on our list for exploring in Minecraft is Dynamic Trees. This mod completely changes trees in your Minecraft game, and honestly, I think it looks really good. You can see that the trees have branches now instead of just a straight up log that they used to have. This just adds in more detail to your trees and makes your Minecraft game feel a little bit more adventure-y. You can see that there are no trees anymore that are just a standard straight up blocks. They all have branches now. So it makes exploring a little bit more fun and it adds in more detail to your game. That's Dynamic Trees. The next mod up on our list is Serene Seasons. This mod makes it so that there are seasons in Minecraft. It even gives you breath. The biome's colors change completely depending on the season. As you saw right there, it was autumn. Now it is winter, and you can see that everything is pretty gray and dead. Even when it rains, it will snow instead, just because it's winter. If you were in the plains and it's winter and it rains, instead it will be snow. So it's just a fun detail to add to Minecraft. And you know, seasons, they mix up the game a little bit. So that was Serene Seasons. Let's check out the next mod. The next mod up on our list is a mod called Dynamic Surroundings. This mod adds in more enhanced sounds to your Minecraft game. You will actually hear different sounds depending on the biome you are in. So I'm going to let you guys listen to what it sounds like in different biomes. The next mod up on our list is a mod called Mo Creatures. What this mod does is it adds in a ton more mobs in your game. It adds in some armor, it adds in some items, swords, tools, it adds in a lot of new stuff. If we type in spawn, you can see that there are so many more spawn eggs. I'm just going to grab some of them just to show you some of the things that are added into the game. So here we have a fishy. It's called that. It's probably going to die soon. We have a cricket. That is a really big cricket. Turkey. A werewolf, which at night will turn into a werewolf. A silver skeleton. Be careful with this guy. He also burns in the daylight. You have a new kind of polar bears. You have cats. You have snakes. This is a really big snake. And you have a horse mob, which will burn in the day. As you can see, there are a ton more mobs to your game. The snakes even vary in size. That is a really big snake. So this is Mo Creatures. Adds in lots of mobs to your game. Adds in lots of snakes, so you can make a snake pit if you wanted to. When you're exploring, you're probably going to find most of these mobs. It just makes exploring 10 times better. The last mod up on this list is one of my personal favorite mods, and that mod being Optifine. Optifine is a mod that does many things to your game, the most notable being giving you increased settings and higher FPS. One of my favorite things about this mod is that it gives you the option to have shaders. Shaders add in lighting to your game and makes it look 10 times better. Shaders change the water, they give the sun have rays that shine through the trees, and shaders just make your game better in every way. Now, if Optifine didn't have shaders, Optifine would not be on this list. But when you're exploring Minecraft, it could get pretty boring with all the colors and the light. So shaders just brighten up your game even more. You see that walking around, it just looks 10 times better. You know, you have an atmospheric glow in the back, you have the sun, and shadows, which make the game look even better. The character even has its own shadow. Now, of course, there are different levels of shaders. I'm using a light version right now. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the high version, which makes the game look a little bit different. The atmospheric glow is different, and the sun is way more bright. It is a little bit more demanding on your computer, so make sure you have a beefy computer if you do want to have shaders. Of course, there are shaders that are a little bit less demanding, and you could probably get away with, but I would still recommend having something above Intel graphics. Trust me, I used to have those. Here I am switching from the high version to the extreme volumetric version, and you can see it just adds in tons more detail to the game. And of course, it's going to make your computer really not happy when you use the highest shader. Seriously, the highest shader is not worth it. It's too much detail. Actually, no, it's not too much detail. It just makes my computer want to die. But this mod just makes exploring so much better, and this combined with the other mods, I mean, it just makes exploring so much more fun. The clouds look different, and you know, it works on the mods too, so your biomes will look like this too. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to a different kind of shaders. Before I was using Silder's shaders. Here is BSL shaders. You can see it makes the game look 10 times different. I mean, this is crazy. This is like a whole new filter to Minecraft. So if there's a type of shader that you don't like, there are tons of other options. Of course, this doesn't have the unique custom clouds though. Here is a different kind of shader. This is called CUDA shaders. You can see that this shader is a little bit less demanding, but it looks kind of similar to Silder's. The sun is less big. This is one of my more favorite shaders. Of course, Silder's will always be my favorite, but I do recommend this if you have a fairly decent computer. But all shaders look different, so it's going to be very easy for you to find the one that you like the most. My recommendation to you is Silder's light shaders. It doesn't tear down your computer too badly, and you might be able to run it on most computers, except Intel graphics. No Intel graphics. So these were some of the best mods for exploring in Minecraft. All these mods, I think, brighten up the game a little bit, and just, you know, make exploring way more fun. The link to all these mods is in the description as always. Thank you guys for watching to the end. If you see this, you're awesome. Like the video if it helps you out or you download any of these mods. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I will see you in Saturday's video. See ya.